This pretty box got delivered at some point over the last week, but anyways, if you know, I've been a little out of it for the past few days, so we are finally getting it opened. Let's get into it. Hi, I'm Izzy, and this is Dizzy Quilts and Sews. Every single month, I open my Think Pink box from Beyond the Pink Door, and in addition to showing you the contents of the box, I right away make something and show you what I've made in the same video. All right, so let's get her open. This box has been sitting around long enough now. How am I going to be able to get into it? There we are. It's a nicely stuffed box. Whoa, this month. The packaging is always so pretty. Look at this. And of course it comes with the card. So Galaxies in Every Thread, Chapter 7. So this month's box contains 2.5 meters of fabric. There are 3 colorways, and this is box number 41. And as always, there's a QR code on the back of the card to an e-magazine where Andrea tells us all about the fabric and gives us inspiration as to what we could make with it. All right, now I also subscribe to the Specky Seamstress bias that comes with my box. So let's have a look at this month's. I used the first bias tape I got, which is, I have the remaining right here. Look at this. I've used this now in a tank top to bind the sleeve hole or the armhole. Oh, look at this. Cute little bicycles. Love this. I love this bias binding so much. All right, let's look at our little gifts. Oh, come on. There we go. Just gonna dump it. Oh, I just dumped everything out, but yeah, maybe that wasn't a great idea. All right, the sweets are some rainbow drops. I don't think I've ever had these. I don't think I will have these, but hubby might really like them, so I'll give them to him. Some Crafter's Balm, organic hemp oil, infused on a, okay, I can't read. This is very small writing, but it's Crafter's Balm. I'm assuming that's for your hands. Ooh, oh, this smells amazing. Oh, very, very nice. Very nice. I'm going to stash this away for the winter because in the winter my hands get incredibly dry. The notion we get this month is a bunch of Wonder Clips, which I absolutely love, especially for my quilting. So I'm going to put this in my little Wonder Clip container. I haven't filmed in a little bit and I'm feeling very out of practice for some reason. Here's my thread. It's like a blush pink color. And let's have a look at the fabric. Ooh, wow. Oh my gosh. Colorful. Colorful. Look at this. This is some kind of linen blend. I don't know if it's a cotton linen or a viscose linen. I'm gonna have to look at the ebook. It's like an abstract kind of tie-dye, psychedelic kind of print. Not really my colors. Yeah, I'm not a fan of orange. I do love this green in here. That's beautiful. I like the bright yellow. Okay, so definitely not something I would have picked for myself, but I think I might know what I'm gonna make with it. Actually, I'm pretty darn sure I know what I'm gonna make with it. Yeah, this feels like the perfect fabric for it. All right, so let's throw this in the wash. And while it's in the washing machine, I'm gonna have a look at the ebook and see what else Andrea recommends we make with this fabric. And I will be back with you in, well, it's gonna feel like 1 second for you, but I'll come back as soon as I've made the garment up. Talk to you in a bit. Well, I am back and I made something floaty and breezy and just perfect for yet another heat wave we're going through in Montreal at the moment. So I ended up, and I knew, and you could probably tell from the unboxing part of the video, I knew exactly what I was gonna make. The question was, okay, which pattern? So I ended up making the Field of Dreams dress by Pattern Emporium. I bought this pattern forever ago, and I think what I wanted to do is the top, because if you've been around for a while, you might know that I used to not be a fan of dresses. That is changing. So I probably bought the pattern to make the top, which is super cute. But, you know, like so many of the patterns that are in our stashes, that, you know, it just went unmade. And then because of surgery last week and because it's been so hot around here, I got up the day of the box arriving, telling myself, okay, I need a floaty dress that is not gonna hug me anywhere and that is gonna be nice and floaty for the heat. And so when I opened the box and saw the fabric, ding, 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 it had to be a dress, obviously. Now, you probably could tell from my reaction when I saw the fabric that these are not my colors. Orange is probably my least favorite color in the universe. So I wasn't scared of using this fabric on a pattern I'd never made before, and I didn't even bother with the muslin. I just decided to take new measurements and then follow the instructions in the tutorial to the letter. And they put me, so my measurements and the instructions basically told me to start from a size 16 at the shoulders and bust, do a 1.5 inch full bust adjustment, and then grade to a size 18 at the waist and hips. Not that the hips matter a whole much because there's a lot of ease in this dress, but that's exactly what I did. Before I cut into my fabric though, I did have a half a second of doubt, because do you do that too? Where you look at your measurements, you look at the size chart, you look at the ease in the garment and still think to yourself, oof, I think I might go up a size just to be safe, because you really don't want a super tight garment. I do that all the time. But this time I stuck to the size 16, went through the extra work of doing the full bust adjustment, again, following the designer's instructions, which are all in the pattern, and I got a near perfect fit on my dress. I am so, so impressed. Now let's talk about the pattern a little bit. So there are a million different options for this pattern, and hopefully there's going to be something on the screen to give you an overview of what those are. You've got different necklines for the front, for the back. You can even add different straps, so adjustable straps, ties, I mean, you name it, you've got the option. And because it's got a bunch of tiers, you can do it maxi, knee length, mini. You can even make a top from it. It's got no closures, so it's nice and loose, so you can put it right over your head. The options I decided to go with is the V-neck at the front, which is not super deep. I mean, this is okay for my comfort level. I went with the static straps, which basically means they are sewn into the front and the back. They're not adjustable. I did make the wide ones because I wanted to wear a bra with my dress, and the straps cover the bra perfectly. I went with 2 tiers to basically bring my dress to a knee length on me. And yeah, it's kind of perfect. Now, because I did do a full bust adjustment, my dress has a bust dart. The original design does not. I will need to adjust the bust height on my dress. It's probably maybe just a ½ inch too high. So I'm just gonna bring it down a tiny bit. And as a result of the bust dart being just a little bit high, there is a little bit of extra room up here just because the bust bubble is a little bit higher on me than it should be. But besides that, I am so happy with where the waist is hitting me. It's super comfortable. The length is good on me. I like my dresses at the knee. Yeah, I really, really could not be happier with my dress, and I probably will make a top at some point because this was such a fun make. Forgot to say, the bodice is fully lined, so no annoying facings flipping up and down, and yeah, it's fully lined. Now, I do have to say, this linen viscose, so it is a linen viscose, it's not 100% linen, is just a touch heavier. Yeah, I'm just feeling it, feeling my skirt. It's a little bit heavier, as linen viscose tends to be, and with the bodice being lined, this bodice is a touch warmer than I would like it to be. But still, it's, yeah, I've been wearing it today, and today is a very hot and humid day in Montreal. If you can't tell, I washed my hair this morning and I just could not bear to dry it. So it's been air drying, and it's barely dry still because it's so darn humid around here. But I've been really, really comfortable in my dress. Now, has this dress changed my opinion on dresses on me? I think it might have. I think this dress is really cute, and I think it's really cute on me. I think I look really cute in this dress. So yeah, I might have to give dresses a little more love. I mean, we're at the end of July as I'm filming this, so there's very little summer left in Montreal. Well, you know, we probably have a couple months left. September tends to be really warm still, but I really need to start thinking about what everyday work appropriate dresses I could make for myself and figure out how to style them to go to the office. So, you know, you're talking tights and boots and booties and shoes and all of that good stuff. So definitely something I'm going to put on my to-do list for the fall. All right, is there anything else I need to tell you about this? I don't think so. I mean, the biggest lesson for me, once again, is to trust the process, trust my measurements, and to trust the designer's tutorial, especially, I have to say, especially Pattern Emporium. She is so good with her instructions, very, very detailed, and I have yet to see a garment made from a Pattern Emporium pattern, like on their Facebook group or whatever, that doesn't fit really, really well when the maker followed the instructions to a T. So trust the process, Izzy. It's gonna be fine. So that was my biggest lesson, apart obviously for, you know, falling in love with dresses. Well, falling in love, that's a bit strong. Really liking dresses again. So I'm quite pleased, as you can probably tell, and even if the fabric really wasn't my cup of tea when I first opened the box, and this color probably will never be something I enjoy wearing, I will enjoy wearing this dress, and there will be more dresses in my future. All right, you'll have to let me know in the comments below, have you made the Field of Dreams dress by Pattern Emporium? If you have, what was your experience? I would love to know. And if you're a Think Pink subscriber, what colorway did you get? And what did you make with your fabric? I would love to know. Leave that in the comments below. Thank you so much for stopping by. Give the video a like on your way out if you liked it. Consider subscribing to the channel, and I will see you soon.